Hey guys, Billy here with the Huntsman Altimor voiceover. For this fight, I'm using Korayn as my soulbind, and Discipline of the Grove and Infernal Cascade as my conduits. My talents and stats are always in the top left. My rotation is always above the top of the screen. So let's get started. So, you see your pull timer 10 seconds. Normally, I would mirror's image, but I guess my mirror's image is not. I guess it's on cooldown for some reason. I actually don't know why. But I started with a precast pyro and fireball combustible fireblast. You can open with just pyro combustible fireblast. Just make sure your trinket goes off, or press your trinket before the pyroblast, like the precast. It's a pretty small difference in opener, in my opinion. So it's minor. So on this fight, there's an ad up. There's this second ad that's up for a little bit, but you're still going to be single targeting, right? You're not going to be like flame striking at all in this fight, especially when there's two ads up. For this first arrow mechanic, my regulator wants us to spread them just for the first one. The second and third one, he wants us to immune. So my combustor here is on a 20-second cooldown, which means I'm going to start trying to hold my fire blast. And to hold my fire blast, I'm going to put this guy on focus and use him to get my hot streaks. I'm going to scorch off him and try to hold my fire blast and just, get hot streaks off of this ad. And as soon as my combust is up, I'm going to press it and use it, because there's an ad that comes in and it gets dragged out. What you want to do is you want to make sure at least one of these Phoenix Flames hits this ad right here, so it gets an ignite before it leaves you. And when it spreads, try to make sure you can try to hit a shifting power on both of them, if it's possible, right? If your tank doesn't drag it too far, right? And after that, just full on single target. Full on single target. If you are assigned to CC an ad, make sure you CC it, of course. Like me, I'm assigned to CC that ad on the right, so I check that it's polyed. So this arrow, like I said, our team immunes it, so these hunters are going to immune it right there. I'm not assigned to immune that set. I'm assigned to immune the next set, so I'll hold my ice block for that. I can't really ice block anything dumb. But right here, yeah, my combust was coming up. I held my fire blast, like I said, 20-ish seconds. You want to hold your fire blast. They're gonna drag these ads in, and I'm just gonna kind of do a single target combust. I threw one flame strike. I don't know how viable it was. I kind of just tested it, but I don't know how I feel about it. I also threw a dragon's breath just to kind of cleave ads, if that makes sense. But after the combust, though, naturally, rune of power, shifting power, of course. The second ad comes in, and depending on how many Phoenix Flames you think you'll have, you can use a Phoenix Flame sometimes to spread a small ignite. I don't really recommend it, because you kind of want to have everything for combust, if that makes sense. So right here, I get the little mechanic to take the circle out, but it's this execute scorch range. We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be pretty easy. Looking back, I probably could have thrown a rune of power down, but I had to immune this arrow set anyways, so it kind of doesn't really matter. So at this point, yeah, it's going to be time to combust. I'm going to try to use it as fast as possible, because I want to get as much uptime to spread a cleave on this bear as possible, right? Thank God I didn't get a mechanic right there, I'll be honest. If it would have gotten a mechanic right there, that would have been kind of unfortunate. Yeah, pretty much at this part, the boss is at 30%, and you're just single targeting down. If the ad's about to die, I would probably use a Phoenix Flames just to cleave. Like right there, I did it. I probably could have used it earlier, in my opinion, but it doesn't really matter. At this point, the boss is taking extra damage when that last ad dies, so they want us to sack these arrows. So I just stood far and cauterized it. Thank God I'm a mage, so that helped. And then the boss goes down. So I think this was my best pull so far. This was done last week, using Korayn, of course. And I think one time I got a rank 1 on this fight because I died and my combust got delayed, and I was able to combust the damage phase, the increased damage. It just worked out like that. Like, I died and got rezzed late, and it just, yeah, but that's very random. But thank you guys for watching, and I hope this helped, and have a good one.